I'm on mute. There we go. I'm on mute. There we go. Let me get the sound right real quick. Try something different today. Try something a little groovy. You know what I'm saying? On some like chill shit. But yeah, we back with another episode of Rig NFL. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, man. Week 12. We are back. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of division races that they're trying to keep tight. Starting off Thursday night football, man. Thursday night football. We had the, if I can get to it, wow. Cleveland Browns upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers after they had a big win against the Baltimore Ravens the weekend prior. Jameis Winston, he was nothing short of gems and laughs and shit like that because you know Jameis Winston. But yeah, they had to keep the division race close for the Ravens and the Steelers. The Bengals, they pretty much out of it, man. And the Browns, they just playing spoiler at this point. George Pickens, he's still trying to fight niggas. Before you know it, he gonna fight a nigga in the crowd. That's just where we at. Fighting dudes in the snow on the last play of the game. Like what are we doing? I ain't gonna lie, man. Keep it up. That shit funny as hell. And that was one of the betting traps for the Week 12 slate. The Bucs smacked the Giants. I really don't have much to say about that, except, you know, Giants suck. They had Tommy DeVito at quarterback. Didn't make a difference. Daniel Jones, they made the fall guy, even though he's still trash. But they made him the fall guy. There's a lot of things that have to be done right with the Giants in order to right that ship. And they picked a bad year to need a quarterback. The Lions beat the Colts. They didn't score 30, 40, or 50 points this time. That's the shocking thing to me. But nonetheless, they handle business. As I say this, let me put these goddamn scores up. There we go. Titans pulled off the upset against the Texans. Texans, you know, if Indy loses, Texans from time to time got to lose to keep that AFC South division race close. So they had the Titans with an upset. CJ Stroud, he pulled a Dan Orlovsky. He ran in the back of the end zone, except this time he got tackled. He's like, he was out there. Somebody slung him out of bounds for the safety on the last possession. And we're seeing it right now. CJ Stroud's sophomore slump. I know people had mentioned it before, but yeah, it's happening. We're going to see the same thing with Jaden Daniels, which I'm going to get in that in a second. But his second year, we're going to see the same thing. So, see what we got in here. We got Tonio in the building. Blue Power Tech. We got Blackbird. Because why, how there isn't any NFL team officially eliminated from the playoffs. So you thought that the Panthers were really gonna do it until Mahomes did that bull sideline run. Ain't no way in the hell they was gonna let the Panthers win that game. Like, no way in hell. They made it close though. Now I'll say this about the Panthers. They might have found their quarterback for real. Bryce Young has slowly improved from week to week ever since he got benched. Like, you're seeing him now where this man is sitting in the pocket, stepping up in the throws versus just going back like he playing Madden because he don't trust his pocket. Pause. So Carolina, they might be cooking with something. Not saying they're going to go on a run, but I expect them to be a lot more competitive in games going forward. What's up, Joey? What's good with you? He said 7 p.m. Friday. Y'all know that shit bumped though. I ain't gonna lie. So the Lions gotta lose this week, right? Because they can't just keep winning. I said this is the week you might need to watch out for an upset, specifically for the Lions. And I was really thinking too, like when I made that pick to have the Bears beat the Vikings, After the game, I was like, hold the fuck up, bro. Wait a minute. If the Lions only have one loss, they got the lead because they beat Minnesota head-to-head. Minnesota only has 2 losses. They are quietly 8-2. Somebody can't keep losing. Them and the Packers, they can't keep losing because you got to keep the division race tight. So if Detroit wins, Minnesota has to win. Green Bay has to win, so on and so forth. The most they might do is have, say, Green Bay win, Detroit drop a couple, Minnesota drop 1 to kind of shuffle and keep it close. But yeah, as long as Detroit's on this hot streak, Minnesota going to keep winning. So that fall-off thing, we probably won't see that until the playoffs, in all actuality. Fantasy matchup with DeVito at QB. So what time is Thanksgiving dinner? Man, I usually eat mine around like, what, 4? Probably, no, like 4:20. Yeah, usually around like 4:20. I'm like the last one. Like everybody else got their food and stuff. I might be working on a video. I might be making beats or doing something else. Like around, out and about around somewhere in the living room. Then I say I'll grab my food. But yeah, I'm like the last one there. First one done. Maybe the first one to sleep sometimes. Hey, man, don't even start. Don't even start. You got to win to say that. So they're ruling the risk at all for the Chargers fan. Hey, she ain't ugly or nothing like that. I don't know, would I wife her up? Nah. Would I smash? Yeah, I would. The Asian women usually ain't even my type. So I was destroyed lonely. That's funny. Said Daniel Jones joining the Ravens. Don't hide it once it happens, man. All he gonna do is take notes behind Lamar and do read options. He ain't gonna trust that nigga to throw. And back to the scores, yeah. Dolphins, they stayed hot. They beat the Patriots. It was one-sided the whole way through. Jalen Wright, he had a goofy-ass fumble off of a handoff. He's juggling the ball and shit. New England scoops it up, scores a touchdown, makes it gives them 15 points. But it didn't matter. The Dolphins covered the spread, won the game. Patriots suck. Cowboys, now. Cowboys had the wackiness. The Commanders had the wackiness, too. Terry McLaurin with the long touchdown. Should have tied the game up with the extra point, but Seibert missed it. Actually, that's not the first PAT he missed in the game. He missed 2 of them motherfuckers. There's that. And then you have the onside kick on top of that, where they try to get the ball back and Dallas just scores again. And that's just putting salt in the wound. And we're seeing this, and I titled it, Kliff Kingsbury's offense is doing it again, because any offense that Kliff Kingsbury has, whether it be the Cardinals, the Commanders, Texas Tech, you name it, at the second half of the season, it always falls off. So it starts off red hot, and then we're seeing the fall off right now. That don't mean they're going to spiral and have like a 9-10 record or some shit, but we're seeing it now. That's what we're seeing, Jay Daniels with the regression and so on and so forth. It's like Panthers owner still don't know what he's doing. Yeah. If he just had a little bit of patience and wasn't so trigger happy with firing people and making all these dumbass trades, they'd be in a much better position. Because the worst thing you can do is be impatient with Bryce Young, which I thought they was going to do. I was thinking about that too. It's like Cowboys game rigged as fuck. For sure. This man crazy. Blackbird. Funny as hell. Oh yeah, Vikings. Like I said, they won an OT over the Bears. Yeah, another heartbreaking loss for the Chicago Bears. You had a blocked field goal that could have won the game against the Packers. Now is you had a chance to win in overtime, and you got a 3-and-out, and Minnesota drives down the field and handles business again at home in those ugly throwback jerseys. And like I said before, as long as Detroit keeps on winning, Green Bay and Minnesota have to follow suit. Packers, they smacked the fuck out the Niners. Brock Purdy didn't play. They've been hit with the injury bug all year. it seems like every single week, if it's not one key injury, it's a whole nother key injury. And I ain't just talking about Christian McCaffrey. The Kansas City Chiefs, they survived their game against Carolina, winning 30-27. No overtime needed. Panthers defense, they can't stop shit. And of course, they let Mahomes get one of his patented, I'm going to scurry for 30 yards and two defenders going to act like they don't see me run. And that's what really set him up for the win. And again, like I said, Bryce Young was doing his thing out there, man. He put the team on his back for once. I'm proud of the nigga, man. I don't even like Alabama, but I'm proud of the nigga. Denver beat the Raiders. Not much to say there. Gardner Minshew had a collarbone injury, out for the season. Desmond Ridder is the current starting quarterback. Yeah, it's going to be rough for the Raiders. I was thinking they might upset the Chiefs on Black Friday. If it was any other quarterback but Desmond Ridder, I'd be like, okay, it's going to happen. But I really don't see it with Desmond Ridder. If it's Aiden O'Connell, they might. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals, and they're now on top of the NFC West. That division is just doing this and this and this. It's like racing standings on a super speedway. It's just going back, up and down, up and down, up and down the whole way through. Now San Francisco's in the back, or in the bottom, should I say. And they going to have to rattle off some wins consistently. They going to have to do that. Like I mentioned in Discord, you got to rattle off some wins at some point if you're going to make the playoffs. This inconsistent shit can't make you get to the playoffs, or it can't help you, should I say. Same thing I said about the Bengals. You can't be throwing 5 touchdowns in multiple games losing and think you're going to make the playoffs. It ain't going to happen. Yeah, so like I said, the Eagles, Saquon, he put up MVP numbers. He's in the conversation, which he should have been in the conversation. Putting up stupid numbers. This man put up a whopping, where did I put it on this paper? 255 yards rushing, which is the Eagles' record in the win. 2 touchdowns, a 72-yard TD run, which set the mark in the 4th. And I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to be the next Madden cover athlete. They're going to make a whole big thing about that backwards juke. He going to get hit by the Madden curse, of course. I don't mean necessarily injury, but it might be he doesn't play as good. Some shit, but that's what's going to happen. They're going to abuse that animation. They're going to try to sell people on there's new juke moves and shit that running backs can do, which I think they've already tried, but clearly it didn't work. But they're going to really make it a point of throwing that reverse juke. I promise you that. The Lions are fraud for real. They are betting bait, that's for sure. They're a good team, but they're bait like a motherfucker. Where can you hear my beats? I got 2 playlists. I got what's called Fire Beats and I think Chill Beats or some shit. On this channel, you go to Beat Stars. You can go to anything else I'm forgetting. Any of these videos, DM me, email me or some shit. If you rap, yeah, especially email me then if you need some beats. We'll hook you up. That's what people always think is the Thanksgiving slate looks bad, but the games end up being better than expected. I'm gonna say this. Are there a lot of dudes in Tennessee that fuck with Glorilla? Obviously, especially if they from Memphis, by default, they gonna fuck with Glorilla. But yeah, no. I have maybe 3-4 songs. I'm like, okay, I rock that shit. But I'm not listening to a whole album. Hell no. And that's cap. When should you put in Mariota for the Commanders? Not at all. Why would you do that? Why? Why would you hit the panic button like that? Mariota over Jaden? Come on, bro. What are we doing? That's like people saying they want to put in Michael Penix already just because the Falcons lost a couple games. Like, don't hit the panic button. Nigga, he's a rookie, first off. As far as Mariota, hell no. You ride that shit out, man. That's true. Packers and Dolphins the only good game that's being played. We gonna see two close games. One's gonna be a stinker, and then two gonna be close. Defense, yeah, the Dolphins defense good. The Dolphins defense, I think, is ranked in the top 10. Believe it or not. Oh, that shit will be insufferable. Dolphins get go on a run and make the playoffs. That's what I think they're gonna do. Because they are the team that are in the best position to do that. Any other team that is, I guess, below 500, like I say, okay, they could really make a run. You got Miami, other two in that division we already know. Cooked. Cincinnati, no. Not happening. Tennessee, hell no. Jacksonville, we ain't got to talk about it. Vegas, nigga, please. San Fran, they have a chance because it's the Niners. Shit, that whole division. The Rams, 5-6, Niners, 5-6, they both have a chance. New Orleans at 4-7. I'm going to say no. Carolina, 3-8. I don't really got to say shit. Tampa at 5-6, that's a team to watch out for. Chicago, 4-7, no. Dallas at 4-7, hell no. And Giants 2-9, nigga, please. Not happening. Bears want to trade from the Panthers. Yeah, I mean, shit, the Panthers gave away all that shit like it's nothing. So the Cowboys really about to be 5-7 after this. It'd be funny if they ended up not being 5-7 and 4-8. For sure, man. Yeah, that should be jumping. Yeah, which is a perfect time to say it. If you have not joined the Discord, do so now. The link will be in the description. It'll be in the comments or the community tab or something, but it's on this page. Join that motherfucker if you haven't. The Cowboys are probably going to get smoked by the Giants, though. Hey, I'd love to see the Giants beat them on Thanksgiving. Oh, and I forgot. It might be the actual first time. Maybe not the first time. Yeah, the first time of the year that I actually could pick the Giants because it's a holiday. Nigga, no. He said Mayo Man about to make a comeback in the AFC South. The fuck he ain't. He is not finna make no comeback. I heard he do some other weird shit too. It was like, it's not just the mayonnaise and coffee. He does something else with mayonnaise. I can't remember what it was. That's like egregious. I don't know if it's pussy and tea. He do some bullshit with mayonnaise. I forgot. I don't know if it styles his hair or what. Saquon versus Derrick Henry. Those two really should be at the front of the MVP race. But they running backs, and they don't want to increase the value of running backs how they tried to devalue them a few years ago. The fact the Jags haven't fired the head coach after getting demolished by the Lions is why Jaguars are poverty. Man, look, their owners can't run AEW. I guess his son can't run AEW. No. I ain't drink that shit since college. Either. I feel like the Eagles versus Ravens will determine the MVP, just like how the Niners and Ravens swayed the MVP odds, Lamar versus Purdy. That's a good point. I feel real confident in that Ravens game. Because, I mean, you got to remember, this is an NFC team. We know how Lamar does against NFC teams. So, I ain't too worried about that. So, who do I have coming out the NFC? Green Bay. So you like, yeah, Glow, TGIF, from Glorilla. I like the beat to Yeah Glow. If I had to guess who the next new Super Bowl winner would be, New. I'm not going to say Buffalo. It's too common. Win 1-1. Who I could really see winning one who hadn't won one. If I had to really take a stab at the team, I'd be like, okay, they could win one, and it might not even be with the current quarterback. Maybe Minnesota. Obviously, Buffalo will be the most popular pick, but I'm going to say Minnesota. So, annual Steelers scare, they probably lose to the Bengals, and they talk about Tomlin coaching spot, same shit every year. Texans next 3 games, and they could become 7-8. What's up, Bronze? What's good with you? So please talk about the Browns script about this season. It's the same shit y'all been seeing for the last, 20 years or so? It's a shit organization that doesn't make the right decisions, which goes back to Deshaun Watson. Making him your starting quarterback and hitching your wagon to that was the biggest mistake he could have made. And not bringing back Joe Flacco. Big mistake. On top of that, I think Stefanski won Coach of the Year last year, which makes it worse because he's in a position you really should have fired this dude. But now you made him Coach of the Year and shit. Now you look kind of crazy. So, yeah, really the Browns just doing what they usually do. Like, the Browns is not a team that's going to consistently be good. They finally made it to the point they have a good amount of players on the team, but they're not to the point where they're going to be consistently winning 10 games a year, like a Ravens or a Bengals for a little stretch or a Steelers when they go on their little runs. Cleveland is just every now and again you're going to make the playoffs now, or you might make the playoffs. That's all that is. Says Squealers ain't no choke coming in January as per usual. You know it. You're gonna be drinking gin for that Giants game. So you say the Bengals will win the Super Bowl. Somebody told me that shit before. I don't really see it at this point. So the Lakers win the NBA Cup. Thinking Packers come out the NFC. So Dan Quinn Ojar is funny. He used to coach in Dallas too. So y'all out against the Packers in January. He already had the Washington Commodes job and said, "Who cares? Sabotage us." Damn, on the show. So the Browns going to be the team that plays spoiler to the seed of the playoff teams. Yeah, they can definitely do that. They've started doing that. So, yeah. Yeah, any game I didn't talk about. Oh, yeah, I don't know how I forgot about this. Baltimore Ravens beat the Chargers on Monday Night Football, 30-23. John Harbaugh's 3-0 against his little bro. They had a little interesting little graphic where it's like Jim and John's dad won an FCS national championship. Jim, we know, recently won the NCAA national championship Division I Michigan last year. And then John won a Super Bowl, so it's like every single one of them won some type of championship on, I guess, the main 3 levels of football. I guess we're going to overlook Canadian football and the UFL. We did. Fuck them. We don't care. So, yeah, that is an interesting thing. But, yeah, the Ravens, basically, they just did what they had to do on 4th down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think like 4 or 5 times converted on 4th down consistently. Couldn't stop Lamar, couldn't stop Derrick Henry when you needed to. Shit, Justice Hill had popped off a long run for himself. I think his career long, actually, over 50 yards. And the Chargers had a late touchdown on the back end. Still didn't cover the spread. Made a 7-point game. And a very interesting thing, J.K. Dobbins, who used to play for the Ravens, he was doing his thing early in the game. But around 2-3 minutes going in before halftime, he didn't come back. You see him go into the locker room. I forgot what they said what the injury was, but he didn't come back. He said it's questionable, but he didn't come back for the rest of the game. And it's funny considering you would think a lot of people would have put money on him to score against his former team. If not him, maybe Gus Edwards. But especially J.K. Dobbins, who was on pace for 1,000 yards this year. The Lions and Chiefs, honestly, that shit's too common now. More so for the Lions aspect. So Browns are good in 2020, yep. And last year, 2020 and 2023. That's where they fucked up. Moving on from Baker Mayfield, to be honest. What? You're saying it? Ain't no way. You're saying the Giants are sorry. What I've been saying. That's crazy. But nah, y'all need a whole new front office. Y'all need a new quarterback. Y'all need a lot. Maybe a new head coach. Yeah, Giants need a lot, man. But yeah, again, y'all picked a shitty year to need a quarterback. So I think Kyle Shanahan is on the hot seat for what? For what? Who they gonna get better? Are they gonna get Andy Reid or something? They gonna poach him from the Chiefs? Because he really, you know who Kyle Shanahan actually reminds me of? He is basically a skinny, younger version of Andy Reid when he was with the Eagles. He would always get super close. He'd get to the Super Bowl. He'd get to the NFC Championship game. And the biggest thing for him with the Eagles was he couldn't get past the NFC Championship game until they played the Falcons that one year. Then, of course, ran to the Patriots. And then he got his get back. But that's what I'm seeing with Kyle Shanahan. It's the same thing, except it's you'll get to the NFC Championship game. You'll lose a couple, but you'll win some. Get to the Super Bowl, have a lead, double-digit lead, both times. 3 times if you count the Falcon shit. And then it gets snatched away from you at the last second by the so-called GOAT in all these situations. So I think he's going to end up winning one. I don't think with the Niners, but maybe he'll end up coaching some other team. He might, I don't know. I don't know if he's a college football type of dude or he just want to stay pro. But I think he'll eventually win a Super Bowl, but it won't be for the Niners. So the Lions will come out the NFC. No, that's a trap like a motherfucker, that Lions shit. And yeah, Bryce Young is improving. I'm actually happy to see that shit, for real. And don't forget what your quarterback does in the playoffs makes it more than Daniel Jones or any quarterback on your roster. I think at most Baltimore probably gonna do the AFC Championship shit like usual. Fields about to go on a losing streak, then the media gonna be talking about Justin Fields again. About that. Considering they have a half game over the Ravens, I don't know about a losing streak. They might not have like a hot streak, but I don't know about a losing streak. So I think if the Ravens are hot, Pittsburgh, they might drop a game and win most of those. I think the only 2 losses they might have, I'm like, okay, that KC game and one of those Cincy games, they'll lose. Baltimore, they'll lose probably one of their next 3 games too. I want to see Shanahan get a ring one day. It was a great offensive mind. Do I think Brock Purdy wins the Niners 6th Super Bowl at some point? Let's see, he ain't got paid yet, so I guess that's a good thing. I don't think it's gonna be this year, all them damn injuries and shit, which I'm gonna get to here in a second. But you know what? He definitely has the making. I think he just got married too, like all the makings to win a Super Bowl and shit. For me, it's just with the Niners, they've had 3 chances since their last win and didn't get it done. Like the Celtics on their 3rd try won a chip. Who else had a 3rd try and won their fucking chip? I want to say Dodgers if you exclude the COVID year. I think it would have been on their 3rd try because they lost to the Astros, Red Sox, skipped the Rays year for another full year if you want to do that shit, and they would have beat the Yankees. So Michigan on their 3rd try won a national championship. So there's that. And especially with all the success they've had recently, it's time they got to take a step back and let some other teams in that division shine, like Arizona. You know, can't forget they got a shiny new wide receiver, man. You know, you got to market. Even though he might have ruffled a few feathers and shit with the whole NFLPA thing. Seattle, they're always in the mix. The Rams. I don't really know what to say about the Rams except, besides Missouri shit, but you got the Rams for now, too. Large market. But yeah, San Fran, they're going to have to take a step back for a little minute. And about those injury bugs, this shit is ridiculous, man. You have Purdy status unknown against Buffalo. Injured his throwing shoulder. Brandon Allen's supposed to start again. That's a problem. I don't know why it's just not Josh Dobbs. And the injury list, you got Lenore out with questionable with a knee. John Feliciano, IR, offensive lineman. Travarius Ward, personal issues, with the daughter and all that stuff. That's DB out. He missed a couple games. Trent Williams, big tackle, OG tackle, ankle, questionable. Nick Bosa, D lineman, hip, questionable. Should call him Nick Trump at this point. Hufanga, IR, safety. Dre Greenlaw, IR, MCL, linebacker. Javon Hargrave, DL. I said DL. D lineman. Injury reserve. Like, you talking about a lot of big name players, man. And that's not even including Ayuk, who's out for the year. And any other receiver who's been banged up here and there. McCaffrey, he's back on his second game now. So, yeah, it ain't looking too hot for the Niners, man. And I mentioned before, they already have 3 losses in their division. They've lost to every single team. The Rams, the Cards, Seattle, they split. Like I said, if they lose to Arizona or LA, either one of those games, they're not making the playoffs. Do the Seahawks have a legit shot? Every team has a legit shot at winning that division, short of the Niners. Oh, yeah, I already answered that. So Cowboys and Niners ain't won shit since 94, 95. I was born in 94. That's crazy. Still chasing number 6. I mean, you got to remember when Neighbors first got drafted, he wasn't too thrilled to play there. So we knew this was going to happen at some point. I would have gave it at least a year, but he's like, man, fuck this shit. Same thing happened after the 2020 Super Bowl. That's facts. Lions and Bengals can be those teams to get the Lions ain't doing it. The Lions definitely ain't doing it. Lions generate the least amount of revenue, too, in the NFL, believe it or not. So I really don't see it being the Lions. All right, other shit. Let's see what we say. I already talked about Saquon, the Niners injuries, Brock Purdy. Bro Nix broke the team rookie record for touchdown passes at 14. That was set by Marlon Briscoe, who was a black quarterback. In case you ain't know that. In 1968. He had 273 yards. Nix, that is, 2 touchdowns. And he is doing his thing this year, man. Like, I'm surprised that Bo Nix was going to be one of them, which, I mean, the nigga's like 25. But I'm really surprised that he's doing as well as he is with the Broncos. Specifically the Broncos. But, yeah, he's doing good. He might have a little dip next year because they're going to have more film on him, sophomore slump type shit. But, hey, Denver finally found their quarterback after what seems to be, damn near 10 years. They finally found the guy. Kobe Bryant got a pick 6 and did the Marshawn Lynch celebration. We already talked about Neighbors. He hates playing for the Giants. Eckler, he was concussed in the loss to the Cowboys on one of the last plays. He was just laid down, face down, just slumped. And the Bears came back from 27-16 to lose. Appreciate it, man. Well, the Eagles going to the NFC Championship game at least. If they stay hot like this and Saquon keeps doing what he's doing, I can see that. Because, I mean, think about this. Unless they do it later on, Philadelphia is up 3 games on Washington right now. They 9-2. Washington 7-5. So yeah, if they keep that, give them that comfortable gap, they're gonna be straight. So the Bills can basically clinch the East this weekend. I forgot who they played. San Francisco. That's right. Yeah, they could. But it's like, would they want to clinch it that early? Or would they want to milk it a week or so? What up, Baker 6? What's good with you? So yeah, that's one thing to think about. Do I have anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, notes wise. But that's something you got to think about. As far as the division races go, that division is theirs. Buffalo does get the East. The North, that's up between Baltimore, Pittsburgh. The South, that's Houston's to lose. Indy is right there though. KC, they got a 2-game lead over LA, and Denver is 2 behind the Chargers. Actually, no, that's 7-4 now. So they 1 behind the Chargers. Excuse me. In the NFC East, Philadelphia pretty much got that. NFC North could very easily, a couple games. Say Detroit lost like 2 games. They could very easily fall back to 3rd. Or if not, have a half game over Green Bay. Because they're going to have possibly 3 teams make the playoffs. I don't see Minnesota falling off at this point. And Green Bay has to stay with Minnesota, so they got to keep winning games. They're 8-3. Atlanta, they got a game on Tampa Bay, but still. Your division to lose, nigga. Don't fuck it up. You got that man Baker over there in Tampa. And the NFC West is anybody's division. They got to lose one. If they got a rematch for Ohio State, I think they lose the rematch. Still make the playoffs, though. But 4 teams, I think, make the AFC and NFC championship games. Someone said Philly. It could be Philly, Green Bay in a rematch, this time in America. And AFC, KC. I can see, God forbid we see it again, but Buffalo or Baltimore. Any other team I really see. It'd be a nice change of pace if they gave us like the Chargers or some shit, but I don't know. So Bucks 1 game away from the Falcons. They lose the tiebreaker. Yeah, because they got swept by the Falcons. If Atlanta and Bucks tie. Do I know Aiden Hutchinson will be back just in time for Super Bowl? I heard about that. That don't mean they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Like I said, they said the same shit about Mark Andrews coming back from injury last year. He could be ready for the Super Bowl. The niggas didn't make it. And like I said, that Detroit shit is a betting bait like a motherfucker. Just like the Chiefs 3-peat. The Eagles could fall apart in the playoffs if Nick Sirianni does some Nick Sirianni shit. But if they play like this and Saquon do what he do, they going to be straight. The NFL seems to be scripting close games down to the final seconds. Hour they have it truly happens. Yeah, I mean, they've been doing that shit for years, man. That ain't nothing new. Like, and it's really for the sake of red zone. Because the whole point of red zone is non-stop football, no commercial breaks, anybody in scoring position, we got to show you the game. If there's a major injury, we got to show you that too, unless it's too gruesome. But yeah, every time it's the witching hour when Chris Hansen says that. Is it Chris Hansen? Yeah, I think it is Chris Hansen. Is it really Chris Hansen? Huh. Anyway, so when they go to that witching hour or the last hour, if it's the 4 p.m. game slots, notice how a lot of these games at halftime had these big leads, and then by the witching hour, which is at 3 o'clock, sometimes they announce around like 3:15, 1 possession games. Usually like all the games be 1 possession games, but like 1 or 2. And that's when they really ramp it up and they got to keep the coverage and do the split screen or the quad box, and they really keep you engaged. That's when they get on their Buffalo Wild Wings shit, where it really feel like I could be at the crib and I'm like, damn, it's a Buffalo Wild Wings shit, bro. Like, fuck, man, this shit going on, this game going on. So, yeah. Who's the most fraud team in the NFL? Most fraud team in the NFL. Kansas City for sure. Trying to think anybody else who done won too many of them. Like, nah, these niggas can't be that good. Yeah, Kansas City, man. Pittsburgh got that good defense though. But yeah, Kansas City, man. Say Pat gonna get a ring in Super Bowl 60 or 61. Super Bowls in San Fran. And because I know Jordan loves from California too. I know that's mentioned before. That's like one of the main reasons why. I don't even know if it still hurt me. But yeah, love from Cali storyline. He can win his hometown. So it's Timberwolves. They're struggling without Cat. This NFL ain't trying to talk about that. What's good, man? Eagles is not making the past NFC divisional. They're the real bait. Nah, Detroit the real bait. Eagles ain't winning the Super Bowl. I don't know if people think that if they think they're gonna win them, but I can tell you they not. First guy's money, of course, he's willing to. He'll be told to throw the game away in the playoffs, especially. I can see it. I mean, they've already reached 100 seasons, or over 100 now, so yeah. Because, I mean, think about how quick we went from Super Bowl. So the first Super Bowl I remember watching as a kid was Super Bowl 36 when Brady and the Patriots won that first one. That was a whole 9/11 thing and all that happened and shit. That's the first Super Bowl I remember ever watching as a kid. And to see that we're already in Super Bowl, what is this, 59? Well, no, we're in 60s now. Like in the 60s and shit is crazy. And it happened just like that. So yeah, we'll be at 100 before you even realize it. NFL's making Eagles the media darlings once again, which makes them the real overhyped team. But the NFC, the fall will be amazing. Now, it's hard to go past, as far as the real hype train, it's more so they hyping Saquon Barkley, which he deserves, by the way. But that's really what it is, because then this factors into the MVP race. Because for a while, the MVP race was just Lamar Jackson was the main talk. And then they ignored Jared Goff. I'm like, y'all niggas crazy. Like, Lamar should be in the conversation. Jared Goff should be in the fucking conversation as far as quarterbacks go. Josh Allen, he's kind of hovering there too. You know, Mahomes is in there by default, even though he shouldn't get it this year. And then as far as just overall, it should be Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. Those should be the main two. But yeah, Detroit, I'm telling you, that's the bait for real. A 10-1 team, bro, that's bait. We've seen what a 15-1 team does in the Super Bowl, so we're just saying. We've seen what a 14-2 team does in the AFC divisional round against Tennessee. So I'm just saying. We've seen what an 18-0 NFL team has done in the Super Bowl. So just saying. Any thoughts on Giants picking up Dolchich off Denver waivers? No, the Giants suck. The Ravens are the most fraud team. Of course, you would say that. Chiefs are Goodell's and the refs' new girlfriends. Yep. Will Lamar and the Ravens get the Super Bowl with Derrick Henry? I would love to see it, but we will see about that. In case you're going for 3 in a row, like, you know how hard you got to be motivated for a regular season game, like they going for history while other teams are playing for play. Whatever, dude. Will Lamar ever win a Super Bowl? Like I said, I don't think he will. At most, he'll play in one. Kirk been good in prime time this year. Maybe he does something in the playoffs. Hey, man, Atlanta has been due for a minute. Not necessarily a championship, but some more postseason success. Because since 28-3, and I think the following year, I ain't been too hot in Atlanta. Shit, really, every other Atlanta team has had some type of success but the Falcons in that span. You had the Braves winning the World Series. The Hawks went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Atlanta FC, I'm pretty sure, won the MLS Cup or some shit. So, the Georgia Bulldogs won national championships not too long after that, even though that's Athens. So, yeah, Atlanta's due. The Falcons are due for some playoff appearances because the city's been around the playoffs so much, from college football, hosting national championship to, like I said, NBA, college basketball, all that shit. So they need the football team in that stadium. Hurst Payne is due for him to win a Super Bowl. Well, let's see. He ain't got, to my knowledge, he ain't got a white wife, white girlfriend. I don't know if he has any kids. Last time I checked, his girlfriend was black. That's a lot of things saying no. I know he a little beigeish, but he full black. So, no, I still got to pay his dues. And watching Lamar. Damn, I lost it. Kick the Broncos' ass was easier than watching the Kliff stumble into a win against y'all like they did. What's up, Damon? What's good with you? Said Dak for MVP. Who's my rookie of the year? Jaden Daniels, but Bo Nix is definitely making it a close. Lions will lose more than one game before the season's over. Don't think they'll finish out like this. Hell no, they ain't gonna finish out like this. Boy, that's funny. Think it's gonna be a random NFC team that wins it. How many random teams we got? We got Atlanta. Just name some random teams: Atlanta, Arizona, Seattle. Who's another random team? If I didn't say Tampa, but they definitely ain't gonna win it. Minnesota, I guess, is still random. Washington. So they cursed the Jets and the Chiefs. Eagles losing the Bucks in the wild card again. Lions have made a lot of people money on the point spread. They sure as shit have. So Aaron Rodgers need to retire. He sure as shit do. Think Super Bowl won't have Chiefs, Lions, Bills finally win it against Green Bay. Some of the money lines took so baited this week. You think the Jets are winning, to be honest? So Atlanta just got to wait for the Braves to win. They already won. What you mean? What's good, Kush? That's funny. So I've been busy working, but there you got time. Happy Thanksgiving to the people and to the chat, to me, all that. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Kush Talia in that building, man. Shout out to him. I mean, if the Bills don't win it this year, you don't think they'll win anytime soon? My faith in the Bills went away a long time ago, man. Like, shit, I'd probably say before last year to win it all. Actually, no, after that, the Mark Hamlin shit, yeah. Yeah, that was the best chance they ever had to win the Super Bowl. So, yeah, they going to come close. They going to be the team that is in the mix, but that's about it. They in the mix, but they ain't the icing. Chiefs are just the bait. Raiders gonna beat them Friday. Shit. If I see Desmond Ridder scroll across the screen as a starting quarterback, I don't feel confident in that shit. I feel confident it'll be close, but that's about it. If I see Aiden O'Connell scroll across the screen as a starter, I feel a little bit more confident. So you're going to be doing backflips when you get a quarterback. Someone had a graphic that shows, like, through, I forgot how many games it was. Last year, Zach Wilson had a better record than Aaron Rodgers. Through, I don't know if it was a 9-game stretch, 8-game stretch, or what it was. Maybe it was 7. But, yeah, Zach Wilson had a better record. But yeah, the Bills not the Bills, the Jets are just a shitty franchise, man. Like, there's no way around it. They're just a shit franchise. Just like Browns, just like for all extensive purposes, the Cardinals historically, the Panthers, the Saints, the Bears, the Giants. Giants less historical. Bears, yeah, it's been a minute. Browns, Jags, Raiders. Feel like they covered, but the Chiefs win this year. Yeah, especially it being in a Netflix game or it's Amazon Prime, I think. I know one of them games is Netflix. I don't know if it's this one or what, but yo, you know that shit. Excuse me. You know that shit finna be close though. Besides, basically any Chiefs game is close. Like, see when they played the Panthers, it was close. They could play the Giants, they could play the Patriots, the Jags. It's still gonna be a close game with the Chiefs. The Jets defense fell off last year. They were great. Their defense got worse after they fired Homeboy. I'll say them or Washington are the most surprising teams. Maybe throw in Arizona too. I expected Arizona to have a losing record by this point in the season. And Denver. Can't forget about Denver. Yeah, there's a whole secret-based video that breaks down what happened. What went wrong from y'all winning that second Super Bowl. Or like basically all the moves after the Super Bowls y'all had over Tom Brady. And like every mistake from the front office down, and breaks down where the fuck y'all went wrong. I think I've seen it before. It's one of those I'm like, it's so long I don't really feel like watching it again. But I might go back and rewatch it. Cause I like those. I like when they break down what led to this, what led to that, so you can see the connected dots as to why they suck, why a team sucks, versus just writing off the script. No, like nigga, show me what the front office was doing. Show me who the OC was, who the defensive coordinator was, what schemes were they running, were the players benefiting from these schemes, or vice versa, or was it hurting? That's what I want to know. They fired the wrong people. They fired the wrong people. In fact, Devontae Adams thought him and Rodgers were gonna win. Gonna be cooking in Jets uniform, still fucking hilarious. Yeah, he went to a equally as bad situation. He thought he could pull Antonio Brown and get a Super Bowl out that shit. So if the Bills make it, they'll win it, in your opinion. I don't know if they do. That's a team I don't trust. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Minnesota definitely been surprisingly good this year. But they have a lot of talent on the offense side to help them. That's true. I was thinking it'd probably been an average year with Sam Darnold. I didn't expect Sam Darnold to exceed and play to the level he's been playing. J.J. McCarthy, I was really curious how that was going to be. I think, though, he'll be straight. And like I said before, him sitting for a year is a good thing. You get to sit and learn behind an NFL veteran. As a rookie quarterback and as quick as they like to just push him out there, shit, that injury was a blessing in disguise for him. So Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers are in their Nets, KG and Pierce era. That's true. That is true as hell, bro. That's funny as hell. That's funny. They both love green teams, but I guess they came back to green teams. But, yeah. Browns also haven't won a playoff game since getting rid of Baker Mayfield. Dang. The Baker curse. How long did it take me to grow my dreads like that? In year 2. No cuts. The process. This is 7.5 years, man. 7.5 years. And I only retwisted probably now like once a year. I might braid them, but that's about it. But retwisting, man, I ain't got time for all that shit. What's good, Trey? Say more rookie quarterbacks need to sit out a year or two to learn the game. That's true. Yeah, we're in this microwave, really society. We got to get them out quick. Same with NBA players. It's like a nigga could have a year where he averaged, I don't know, 19 points as a rookie, and they gonna expect him to win a championship that very next year. Like that's where we're at with shit. So yeah, a lot of them could sit, and there's a few I could think of a name that had they have sat, their careers might have been in a much better position that they're in now. But yeah. Eagles be making you think salary cap doesn't exist sometimes because they be getting all these players. They really do be treating this shit like Madden, bro. They taking plays out of LeBron James' handbook. It's hard to keep up the NFL. The product is unwatchable. Yeah, I hear a lot of people, whether I meet them or just talk to them that I know, they say they rather watch college football than NFL. And partially due to the way that these games be fixed, specifically in NFL, because it's a lot more predictable than college, where surprise, surprise, the team could be up. I forgot who was it. I don't know if it was Tulsa or somebody had like a 30-something point lead, blew it and lost. Or it'll be the one where a team will go to like 5 overtime or some shit. Or the crazy last weekend we just had in college football. Yeah, last week. Yeah, man, hit that like button. If you ain't done that, man, smack that like button. Kick it, headbutt it, punt it, drop kick it, RKO it. I don't care what you do, but hit that like button. Get your first set of locks for almost 8 years on your second set now. Okay, year 2. Okay, that's what's up. He a 10-year vet in the game. I see. Yeah, fast nigga. So you better get ready to be a safety. That's crazy. The teams don't want to start running backs unless the quarterback isn't the main character. It takes the spotlight off the QB, which is why Mahomes and Brady went with no-name running backs. Let's see. Brady did win one with a good running back, and that was Corey Dillon when they had him for like a year or two. Mahomes, let's see, he had what's homeboy name? I think it was dude from Oklahoma. Was it Damian? Not Damian Harris, was it? It might have been. It couldn't be Damian Harris. It was Damian something. But I know he won with him. He won with Pacheco. Which I guess he's a star now because he made a name for himself last year for real. Edwards-Helaire wasn't a star. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other top quarterbacks who's won since. Yeah, that sounds about right. Did he? For a Super Bowl run? I don't know. I know he's played with him, but I don't know about a Super Bowl run. You're on 7 years with George as well. Damn, there's a good amount of people with locks in here, man. Are locked in. Waiting for an NFL team to come back from a 40-point deficit. It'd be funny if it's a playoff game. Oh, don't get me started on the NBA, man. There's so many things wrong with the NBA. Saquon to the Eagles like KD to the Warriors, best free agent of the offseason. Media fooled everyone by saying Kurt was the best signing. Nah. The Eagles needed something. The Warriors really didn't need anything. I wouldn't really compare it to that. Say they had DeAndre Swift and then they got Saquon, and be like, okay, the rich get richer. What the hell? You can also see the cause the Lions are definitely starting to become more injured. I think probably the follow-up thing is what you talking about. That Kareem Hunt, a real nigga. His cousin, he's from Florida. He is I don't know if he lost any time, but I saw an interview. His cousin is a bare knuckle champion. Yeah, bare knuckle champion. Last name Hunt, can't remember his first name. Luck came back from 38-10 deficit against the Chiefs in the playoffs in 2013. Damn. So I think, what is the biggest, or one of the biggest playoff deficits to come back? Because I know Niners came back last year against Detroit. We know about 28-3. I know the Ravens had one. They had a comfortable lead against the Steelers one year. Like when Flacco was, I think he was still on his rookie deal. And Ravens got early big on the Steelers. And by the second quarter, maybe halftime, I might have did a video on this shit and just forgot. Steelers had all the momentum, pretty much sewed up the game, and it was over. I remember watching that shit when I was younger. I was so pissed off about that game. Like, that is probably top 5 most angry moments I've been watching, like, a Ravens game when I was younger. Number 1 being the Patriots-Ravens game where Billy kind of missed that fucking field goal. So Derrick Henry, Shady McCoy in his prime. Shady in his prime was a motherfucker. Bell with the Steelers, Peterson, C-Mac, Chubb. Lynch are the only top backs to win one since. I'm confused because Nick Chubb has not won a Super Bowl, unless I missed something. Nick Chubb ain't won a Super Bowl. C-Mac hasn't won one. Bell didn't win one. AP didn't win one. None of these niggas won one. Actually, no. I want to say Shady won one. I take that back. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Somebody had it. Oilers blew a 35-3 lead against Buffalo in the 90s. Fun fact, there is a situation. It was like on ESPN NFL 2K5. They got, like, for the 25th edition of the game, last version of the game, they had like 25 moments where, you know, you get to take over whether it be the losing team or whoever ended up winning, or you got to rewrite history. And one of them was actually that 35-3 Oilers Bills game. I think you take control of them in like the third quarter or some shit. But yeah, I remember that. Jags, yeah, they would trail, what, 27-3 or some shit? Or 27-0. Then it was 27-3. This nigga here. So what would I do if I was on that 28-3 team? Shit. Turn up that night. Shit, that's what I'd do. Not in celebration, but more in sadness. But I mean, shit is like, nigga, we here now. We in, was that in Arizona? No, wait, what was that? No, that was in Houston. Oh yeah, I'm turning up. I'm gonna be low key. I'm a low key turn up. That's what I would do. They haven't won it with Kareem Hunt. I got you. Teams might start drafting kickers to cause some of their fall offs this year. Drafting kickers plural? I don't know about that. Plural? I don't even know what the kicking class is looking like. Of course, like, why would I retire just because we blew a 28-3 lead? If they paying me millions, I'm not retiring. Fuck no. It's funny, when they moved to Tennessee, they were still the Oilers for a minute because they moved to Memphis first, and then they went to Nashville. And, you know, Memphis is more of a basketball place anyway. They weren't really selling shit in Memphis because yeah, that's a basketball town. Hence Grizzlies, Memphis Tigers, and shit. Yeah, they don't fuck with football that heavy, even though they got the Memphis Tigers football team. Been seeing this commercial with Mahomes and Andy Reid, the Bundarooski. Do I think that's a sign of face? Do I think the Chiefs gonna three-peat is basically what you're saying? Like a bundle too. I don't think so. Feels like the Texans falling off after Diggs' injury. Oh, that's part of it, but again, CJ Stroud, sophomore slump, they have more film on the nigga. And he put up some bulletin board material too. Like he's put himself in the top 5 of quarterbacks in the offseason doing all these podcasts and shit. Like players might not say shit, but they take note of shit like that. It's like when Anthony Richardson said it's easier to play in the NFL than in college football. You think NFL players, especially defensive players, didn't hear that shit and was like, oh, we got something for his ass. And think maybe we might hit him a little bit harder on a certain play or something. But yeah, it's expected. Put Lamar at running back and Vanilla Vic at quarterback. Nah. Trying to recreate that Heisman package they had with the Ingram, RG3, and Lamar. Nah, fam. Which I want to say they do it now with Derrick Henry and Lamar. I forgot who's third because they don't have a third one anymore, do they? Yeah, I forgot who they put there, but they do that same Heisman package shit. Nah, that's different. Guaranteeing a Super Bowl is one thing. That's more of like some shit you expected, like you supposed to say. But when you saying shit like it's easier to play in the NFL than in college football, that is nowhere close to saying that's the same thing as I guarantee a Super Bowl win. That's insane. That's fucking crazy as shit. No. you don't say shit like that. That's like saying that's basically indirectly you saying these niggas slick bums for real. That's really what you saying. That's up there. No, you know what that is? That's when LeBron James said Bronny James is better than some of these NBA players now while he was still struggling at USC. That's what the fuck that is. Putting himself in the top 5 quarterback, CJ Stroud, that is, instead of I'm not talking about Anthony Richardson now. Is laughable when you just take 1 year and just say you better than, Josh Allen and so-and-so. Hey, I'll give him A for confidence, but still, like, really, nigga? Come on. Bruh, I want to say everybody who played on that team hates him that didn't play for Oregon. Still hates him to this day. I mean, it's Black Friday coming up. They always do this shit. Exactly. Nigga was on the bench at one point. People don't appreciate Lamar. No, they don't. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, the people that's already paid their dues, whether they won a Super Bowl or didn't, or they came close, yeah, to say some shit like that. Oh, I'd be mad too. I'm like, the fuck you say, nigga? And a rookie who hasn't even played a full season. On top of that, mind you, he said this shit after his rookie year where he got hurt, 3 games in? I'm talking about Anthony Richardson now. And he said that shit on the podcast. So, yeah, that's mad crazy to say. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he said he regretted it. Bro, he butchered that fucking team. It's crazy what he did. Get rid of all the black people, get these white guys that really aren't even that good. Let's call it what it is. Now, he should have got some good white players if he was going to do this shit. If you're going to gentrify the Eagles, you should have got you somebody like a white dude used to play for the Packers. Jordy Nelson, you should have got somebody like that. Or get you, if you want a white running back so bad, get you a nigga like Christian McCaffrey. All right, man. I'm finna get on up out of here, man. I have fun chopping it up with y'all. No pregame pick'em episode this week. Thanksgiving and stuff. People with their families. We will be back for the recap though. I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday, but we'll be back for that. I have some videos dropping in between throughout the week, so ring the bell, join the Discord, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Yeah, everyone have safe travels. Have a good time with your family. We out. Peace.